long history in Danish Counter-Strike of people playing. So if you're an up-and-coming team in Denmark, you should have had to be playing nuke, because if you're screaming against any, like all the way back to like Copenhagen Wolves and stuff like that, you know, you'd have to be playing a lot of nuke basically. So it's just always been around. Maybe that's the reason why it's like all Danish teams kind of know how to play it, I guess.
Yeah,
There's something there.
And it feels like this new iteration here, which is more balanced, is not as CT-sided. It's much more of a 50-50 map. I mean, it feels like the teams have really started to get a feel for it, how this map is supposed to be played. And so it's going to be very cool to see here as we get into the pistol round. This time we make it into the pistol round at the very beginning. And so we're going to get an eye on what people are buying. 4 Kevlar and some nades for Copenhagen Flames. And 3 Kevlar and 2 players rocking full sets of nades on the side of Big. Okay.
Here we go. Copenhagen Flames, they are going to be on the CT side first with the T side. He's ready to knife them in the pistol round. That is heartless if they come down that vent. I mean, we've seen it work before, but instead it's going to be a 3-man jump into Mini and into that A-bomb site. Are they going to follow it through? Jabby goes down right off the bat. It's Tizian with the opening frag off the map. And Tizian is actually falling back. They're checking for it. Roy coming through, but that's a nice idea. They actually seem to know what's going on. The bomb is planted as well. It is a 4-on-5, and no one's hitting any shots. What is going on here? Siphon comes through and gets a kill there, but Tabson with a double turnaround. He's going to be on his own, though. 1 versus 2 out in the open, and Hooksy will bring him down. They do not have a kit, but they will have enough time for the defuse anyway. And that is going to be Copenhagen Flames picking up the pistol.
Yeah, and these ragdolls are just so sick. Some of these headshots just feel so brutal now. When a player gets clocked, you feel it. Tabson had some big plays himself in the last round, in the last map that was played by Big earlier today. So I definitely expect him to see him fighting. I feel like he's going to be that player who just tries to just drag his team across the finish line. A lot like Glaive earlier with Astralis. Cool. You know, it's just like, okay, I'm going to have to lead from the front, which is what you want to see. Only that we need to have Searson, we need to have Kido stepping up there to help him out. So kind of the same vibe that we had with Astralis earlier, where we're going to say, you know, there's a couple of key players that need to back up their in-game leader here.
Gade, the rogue Dane that has joined the Big side, going to get taken down here. And Roy doing a pretty fine job there with the M4. Hooksy also just finding kills. They're going to be fine. No one even taking any damage in this round for Copenhagen Flames. So that's a nice change of pace. But 3rd round is coming up, and already Tabson, did they really have an AWP in this round already? That's crazy to me.
Yeah, he's just going to make it happen. So Searson is going to be able to thank his in-game leader for that one, and Tabson's still going to have the money to get everything rolling on his side of things. So very well equipped here on Big for this first buy round. And look at this greed from Copenhagen Flames, still holding on to 3 MP9s. And yeah, this makes me think aggro and yard, and Jabby's already trying to move on up here. But Tabson is wary of this.
Searson is actually the perfect target for the MP9, given the fact that he does not have head armor, but everyone else, the MP9s are probably not going to be nearly as powerful. So still finding that AWP is not going to be easy. It is way, way behind right now. And Big are going to get everyone. They're actually going to collapse on them from the high ground with Molotovs. This should be a shutdown play from the T side. Very, very hard to stay alive out here if you're on the CT side. Roy, though, will get a kill on Gade. It's not a bad start, but you can tell they don't have anywhere to stand. Nice shot from Jabby, and he comes forward for more. Kido's coming in with a little bit of a double on his own, and actually he's going to finish the round. I can't believe that worked so successfully. They even steal an AK and an AWP.
Over in the blink of an eye as well. It's just all the action front-loaded into one spot on the map, and Big just got smashed utterly. Outrageous that Nikodos is able to get as much out of that M4A1 as he was. Just that one extra player in that position for Copenhagen Flames making all of the difference.
I'm just realizing we've got to thank him for not giving us a 5th or a 6th Nico. But, you know,
yeah, changing it up, exactly. What's with Danes in that nickname, man?
I don't know, but shout out to Nikodos for not doing that. We appreciate it. 3rd round on the side of Copenhagen Flames. They're going to be able to get that kill on Kido. Nice pick up on that AWP. And Roy back here, not going to press his luck. Get a kill, get back, throw the Molotov, play it safe. It is the major... I mean, as fun as it could be to play flashy and go for a bit more and all the rest of it, this is the point in time where you want to be real sure that you're not giving in anything up for free. Nice nade. Roy actually coming up with a triple, and they deny the bomb plant. Siphon able to take him down, so 4-0 in their favor.
That's,
no bomb plant.
That's terrific that they managed to deny that. Still going to be really good money coming out here from Big. Bomb plant would have obviously been great. That bonus 800, the thing is, even if you can afford to full buy, that bonus 800 can then carry over into the next round afterwards. So every dollar, it's when you if you're new to Counter-Strike, you know, a lot of focus goes on the headshots and, you know, kill counts and all that sort of thing. And obviously, yeah, getting kills is great and that, you know, settles rounds. But what also settles rounds is the money in your bank account, and it's so important to keep an eye on that and to do everything you can to make sure that you have as much money to work with as possible. And so if you can get a bomb plant, you still lose the round on T side, you're getting a bonus $800 at the end of the round just because you planted the bomb. So that's why we put a lot of emphasis on the bomb plant. And
yeah,
you know, sometimes teams will just play around getting the bomb plant just so that they can get that bonus money to work with.
Yeah, and obviously there's some cumulative effect of doing that. Even if you know, at the end of the 15 rounds in the first half, right? If you had 2 or 3 more bomb plants, even if they were rounds that you ended up losing, of course it makes a difference. So you want to be real careful about that. Roy tags Tizian just a bit. He wasn't close enough to hear it, but still some damage. But they're going to make their way back. They've got the bomb over in the lobby, so they could go for a lot of things here, right? Still got about a minute left on the clock, but if they can win this fight against Jabby down here, it's possible that they can start to sandwich the ramp and try and put some pressure on. Oh, he's back for more. That is a nice pick off Tizian, though. Will negotiate that obstacle just fine, and he's going to be giving his team a 4-on-4 now. But where's the bomb going? Oopsie is falling back a little bit, exposed to that door that's open behind him. They see the gun barrel. They definitely know. Gade's still going down. 30 seconds. That is a disaster, though, because the bomb is now dropped. They know what's coming, and a nice pre-fire. Hooksy playing this one so well at the moment. 24 seconds, and Big, yep, he saw the shadow on the ground, and they're going to have to... They are in trouble right now. Searson is going to go for the bomb plant down below, but even with that, it's a 2-on-4. Big should never get close to winning this round. He's smoked off. They're shooting inside of it. Searson, that's a good pick off, but he's lost his teammate. So now it's all on Searson. Going for the quad kill here to try and see if he can win his team a round on nuke finally, but he's going to get shut down. Dakota's showing up for it, and it's going to be 5-0. Oh dear.
Man, they're looking so good, Copenhagen Flames. And not only in the communication, because clearly they're on point there. They are not really making mistakes. They're not really giving up anything for free. But also in duels. I mean, Hooksy should be a dead man at that point. When they know exactly where he is, seeing his gun barrel, as soon as he swings, that should be it. It should be done. And yet there he is winning a straight-up fight versus Gade. Gade is 0-0-5 right now in this match. So individually Big, they need to start hitting some headshots here. They need to start getting their duels to go their way, because if Copenhagen Flames not only look crisp on the teamwork, but then are also individually popping off, it's going to be very hard for Big to get anything rolling for themselves here on this T side. 9 kills already on the board for Roy, 6 for Nikodos. I mean, these guys are just popping off.
Yeah, they are doing a lot of work at the moment. In terms of the cash as well, look at them. 10,000 on Siphon, Photos on 13,000. So it's not just winning the rounds. It's the fact that it starts out with MP9s that get upgraded into an AK and an AWP, and then it just rolls from there on out. They had that flawless round where they took no damage at all. All 5 players staying alive. I mean, it's just getting better and better step by step here. So Big off. I mean, a very cold start for them right now. Even in terms of kills, between them total right now, they have about 7 kills. So that's not enough. They need to do a hell of a lot more. It means technically Roy on his own is out-fragging the entire Big side.
Right?
That can't... I mean, it's early, but that's got to change, right?
This was one of the concerns that's worth bringing up now, but I mean, this was one of the concerns coming into this. You know, what would the firepower look like when Big were lacking Xantares? And, well, earlier in the first match of the day, Searson and Kido had some massive rounds, as well as Tamsin. So, I mean, the firepower was there. Just curious to see here, now that the pressure is starting to ramp up a little bit, whether or not those guys are going to start waking up here for Big, or if they are going to struggle on LAN. Loads of questions, but we will get that smoke wall down. Deep smoke wall this time around coming up for Big, so showing a little bit of variety here in how they want to use their grenades.
Yeah, they're getting really close. Tizian, if you can lurk throughout here and just find a kill, that makes a huge difference. He's got the Galil and everyone else is on pistols. Bit of a flash to set it up. Siphon's going to be taking a long way back. That's dangerous. AWP is a bit close now. He's going to have some backup there, and that's very important. Chance for more. and Hooksy handling everything just fine. Now, Tizian is coming in for the flank, but if Hooksy doesn't get that triple, this is a round that they could easily lose. Now, they probably got it set up for a good win here. The spray is in, and Roy with a double. It's going to be 6-0, but I mean, there was a way there that could have been dangerous, and they will at least lose the AWP. They have money to buy it, but still.
Wasn't able to save it. Yeah, I'm going to have to tap into that 12,000 or, you know, the 12,000 that they had in the bank. That was a nice shot from Tabson. But again, disaster. Dropping that bomb there, that is utter disaster for Big. If the bomb doesn't drop there, then they're fine. They rotate down ramp, and maybe we're looking at a bomb plant. But instead, now they have to take that fight, and it's just a terrible situation for Big. So 6-0, a little bit of a flash, trying to slow things down. Searson going to catch him out in the open. He has been spotted. There's no way that Roy should be able to get out of here alive.
Yeah, but the Molotovs won't catch him any longer, and if they hyper-focus on it as well, you see those flashes that are coming in from the right-hand side? If they're all shooting at Roy and suddenly there's a flash in their face, they got to be careful. So they would love to catch him there. They know that there's an opportunity, but I actually think smartly Big, they don't go all in on it. Because if they just tunnel vision on him, that's not good enough either. And yeah, he's going to be able to live, at least for now. Nade onto Searson. Not that it does that much damage, and he's got an interesting angle to hold here. Could definitely be a kill to open the round with, but we'll fall back instead. Still got a minute left. But no one is outside for Big anymore. They are all... I say that. Tabson actually did sneak out here. That's kind of interesting. Could he do anything to distract from this setup? Down in ramp. Siphon's just been playing that. Just dropping the Molotov and running. He's not even interested in really fighting for it. Tabson snuck right underneath Nikodos. Does he realize? Ooh, now he definitely does. He's going to call that one out. Falls back into the site. 30 seconds. And they are going to try and crunch this A-bomb site. But they've already been spotted. So, theoretically, Copenhagen Flames should know. You could see Jabby's looking for it. Hooksy looking on the other side. We're now down to 20 seconds. And Copenhagen Flames know everything. Searson go down. They're lining up for Hooksy. This should be a good multi-spray down. Roy coming out of the vent with a double of his own. And Jabby will end it. This was telegraphed from miles away on the side of Big.
This is clinical from Copenhagen Flames. Playing, again, I really have to put the emphasis on this. When I'm watching this team right now, it feels like their communication is on point.
Yeah.
Nobody's getting caught off guard. They are clearly communicating information to each other and then adapting to it. There was no way in for Big there in that round. They were picking up on the info and then immediately reacting to that info as a team and covering each other. There was nowhere for Big to exploit to get onto that A site. They just had to run into the blender. And that is exactly what you want to avoid on the T side. You need to find those weaknesses. And so this is going to be the first tactical timeout called by Big. Used up. And, well, no bomb plants. It means that it would be a bit of a messy buy if they were to go for it.
Roy is still technically out-fragging the entire team. Gade is 007.
Yeah, secret agent.
Roy is 13-2. It's so ridiculous to look at. He's actually playing a crazy game right now. I don't know. I actually thought this would be a very, very even game. It's not what we're seeing right yet, and I am assuming that Big... mentally, we're not expecting this either. Molotov down on the ground, that is to stop any smoke from going up, but they'll have to commit another smoke to make sure they can cross to not get killed by Nikodos here. And they're going to be all down below. That Molotov, though, will definitely slow them. So, whatever they gain from crossing here, it's been taken away.
How much do you reckon, do you think it's weighing on Gade at all, that he's having to play against, you know, potential former teammates?
Yeah,
brethren.
It could definitely, yeah. I think that's those kind of things.
Patriots.
Yeah, I think that's definitely going to be on his mind, without a doubt. And he's usually really good. Roy showing up for another kill before he does go down, and Kido and Searson. It's a good little return. Bomb dropped inside of the smoke, though. They could run in and try and put it down. Probably be worth it to try here. Kido, nice shot. And now Copenhagen Flames. Oh, man.
That HE! That was so good.
Oh, that's devastating. That would have been a 2-on-2 with the bomb down.
Oh, man. I cannot believe they got that HE in there.
Wait, Kido, is he really mind-gaming them here? If they go check it, he's got the right idea for the aim, but he's not able to get that crisp shot. If he had, it would have been a great position. Now he's going to be back around the silo. And there's going to be someone in the vent behind him as well. So dropping down low, out in the open there. Kido actually does get the kill, but he's reloading, closing the door against Hooksy. That is the right play, but the pre-fire is not quite working. He's very low on health. Hooksy just has to land a couple of bullets and he'll be able to win it, but it doesn't matter. Headshot! What a great 1 versus 2 and a quad kill for Kido. That is spectacular.
Got to give it to him. Round of applause on that one, Kido. What an ace. Well, yeah, I was about to say an ace, but it feels like an ace. A clutch coming through from him, quad killing that, and just making all the difference, even though it was going against them with that beautiful HE that I was giving praise to Copenhagen Flames for. He just hit all of these headshots. And that just looked like a round that, yeah, Big had no business winning. But sometimes that's just the way it is. If you've got a player that's just going to take matters into his own hands, the way that Kido just did, this is what needs to happen here for Big. They need to be able to rely on a player to just come up with a round like this and just take over. They have the firepower on the team. They know that they've got guys like that that are capable of it, Sears and Kido. So, I mean, now is their time to shine. And it's not done yet.
No, I mean, that is the kind of thing that should get a team fired up, right? That's the kind of thing where now you feel it. You know that was a very unlikely round to win, and one of your teammates just pulled out an incredible quad kill. So, yeah, you have to build. If you don't build anything behind this, I guarantee you the hype that that round gets you is going to be just as deflating right afterwards. You feel like, no, why not? Why couldn't we just win this upcoming round, you know? That's what you need to do, because otherwise it's just not going to feel that great. 7-1. Gade is still completely missing from, I hate to call it out, but it is true.
This is something that we've talked about in the past, where you don't... I mean, there's that element of chance involved where you win a pistol round instead of winning a full buy round, right? And so you still don't have anything to build on for your full buys. Oh, there's a massive gap in that smoke as well. This is actually going to be very frustrating for Big. There's a huge gap here for Roy to take advantage of.
Oh, they know. Very dangerous. One of them has made the cross. Mora jumping. Oh, missed opportunity. That is normally at least going to lose you a player to try and get through. And who have they left? It's Kido that they've left behind out by the red container. And he's sort of a backstop in case anyone tries to walk up behind them. I think that's a really cool idea. And they're going to be boosting the look down. This is all fine. 45 seconds. And there is at least a player down below for the side of Copenhagen Flames. Kido hasn't seen anyone walk up behind them either. They've got a bit of a setup here coming down from the ramp as well. 30 seconds on the clock, Siphon. He needs some help. Roy is going to be pushing through the smoke to try and help out. Oh, it's a nice attempt, but he almost got shot in the back, and Searson will take him down. Good spray with the Orc for the double, and they're running out of time as well. 20 seconds, Gade with the first kill of the map for himself, and now it's a 3-on-3. Bomb is being picked up. Gade took a lot of nade damage right then, and Jabby's walking in to try and stop that bomb plant, and he will, and that is the round one. They are just so far away from this bomb, they cannot get there in time. They can try and get more kills, but again, that is so deflating on the side of Big. They win it with a quad kill, and now it is 8-1 in favor of Copenhagen Flames.
And again, Big, nothing to build on when it comes to a full buy. Nothing to build on to say this is successful, this works. They got their round kind of screwed up there by a single Molotov that made that made it so that their smoke that they were going to try and build that smoke wall outside with to deny information gets blocked and leaves a gap. So maybe they didn't get kills, Copenhagen Flames. They should have gotten kills, to be fair. But they're getting info. They know that players are moving from Big. They're moving down secret, moving down to the lower halls, and they're able to set up. And again, that communication comes into play. So, Copenhagen Flames, man, when it just feels like right now they are the ones who are in full control of this half, and Big don't really have much to work with or to build on.
And I mean,
the boost. Scary, that timing!
Oh, he knows Searson. He saw him jump. He knows he almost had him. And the flash will reveal his position as well. But that round that we just saw, because that was the gap, even if no one died in the gap, it still kind of gave away the whole game plan for Big. And we saw that earlier when they saw Tabson walking up to the A-bomb side from outside. Some of these plays for Big are so telegraphed that they just know, Roy, oh! You saw how he was spraying for someone jumping up above him? He is so tuned into this game right now. Big double for him. Jabby walking up, and this should be an easy kill. To drop the bomb on top of everything else, and Gade looking the wrong way. He actually is going to get the kill on Nikoda. I thought he was going to get shot in the back, but he's out in the open, and he's going to be lucky to stay alive for another couple of seconds here. Surely he's about to get shot in the back with the AUG. Not yet. That is interesting. I actually thought maybe there was going to be a chance there. Gade doing the best that he can. It's not a bad round for him. He got the double kill, but it's 35 seconds for Kido.
And just maintain the crossfire now. You figured it out. This is good. Because that's what I liked to see there, is that the remaining two players, Jabby and Hooksy, they identified where the bomb was, and they set up a crossfire to deal with that. So even had Hooksy gone down there, Jabby was just going to swing and take out that player. So
Kido
now
has to do it on his own, and probably going to negotiate that one, but right behind him, Hooksy is there, 15 seconds, and there's no way for him to know. He's got everywhere on the map to look for him. It is, well, Kido already did it once. This time, it's going to fail, and it will be 9-1 Copenhagen Flames.
I'm so impressed with Copenhagen Flames right now. They're just a step ahead each time.
Playing this like it's 2014 nuke.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Like Danes right now, Danes in CS and Danes in nuke is just something else. They're so scary on this map. And so, yeah, Copenhagen Flames continuing with the lockdown here. We're not even going to be able to get a full buy going in for big. Again, Pistols. Well, that's how they got their first round. Their first and only round. Ooh, in this half.
No one saw that. It's fine.
That's unfortunate. But first and only round in this half is from Pistols. So let's see, Big. You got a chance to be explosive here. Just run and gun. So chaos, and hope that you manage to get something to grow.
See how many Molotovs they have up on that roof. Is it just the one? There is that now classic Molotov that goes down behind the A bomb site, behind the silo.
Yeah.
I still think that it's such a challenge if you're playing that position on the CT side, because you really don't have. You've got to be really quick. If you don't put out the Molotov and just swing for the fight, they probably know that you're swinging to that side. And if you instead put it out with a smoke, well then you're going to be in a lot of trouble as well, because now you're inside of the smoke and you can't really help your teammates out. So it's tough either way. Good on top of the hut there, but Hooksy's doing fine on his own. Good triple. And the way that he can kind of move and shoot is part of what gives the M4A1 such a lot of power in this current patch. Amazingly so. Some players have they've adapted that style instantly. They're so good at it.
Mm-hmm.
You like that? You like the move and shoot?
I've just got a dumb grin on my face right now. A1S, man. It's always been the God gun.
Listen, I mean, Simple's been using it all along, right?
That's right.
So it's hard to. That's always the problem, right? But I don't know.
Simple does kind of just make his own rules, though. So
True.
You can't really go too much off of what he does.
Ooh, all right.
Are we getting some shenanigans here? We are indeed. All right, so Tapson will be setting up most of the smokes. It looks like.
It's like not trusting in anyone else. I've seen the gaps out there in the yard, boys. I'm throwing the smokes now.
That's it. I can't trust any of you. That would be, that would be an IGL. Just imagine existence back in the day if he could just throw all the smokes. What he would be doing with this meta right now.
Give me all the nades.
Yes.
Not even HPs. I'm doing all of it.
Wait for me to tell you to go around the corner and then just click on whatever you find there.
That is devastating, though. I think they saw the smoke in the air. They set up the flashbang behind it. Siphon again. Not a position you want to fight in, but falling back is absolutely acceptable. Some players seem to forget that on the ramp. Just give it up. It's not a problem. Gade, good headshot entry. And the smoke there on the econ room. It's unfortunately just a little bit too late. Otherwise, he would have still been alive, I think. 3 versus 4 now in the afterplant.
But they do get the bomb planted now. That's something that Big can work with here. And nice shot from Searson. Quick work there. 3-on-3 now. Smoke is still standing in front of Decon and out in the open finds that pick.
Yeah, he's so quick. Again, this is what we sort of introed the match with. This is the Searson that they need, and they need him so badly right now. Not sure if it's worth going for the 1 versus 3 here for Jab. Oh, I say that, but he's actually already got 2 kills. How are they facing him? They know where Searson is as well. He's going to go for it, pre-firing it, but Searson will take him down. Nice triple. That is Big, almost giving away a free win, at least at the end there. 3 versus 1. I think they were so sure they'd won that round. There's no way Jabby should have been able to find those fights, even at all. They should have been way more hidden. Stay back. Don't let him do that.
And this is still a disastrous situation for Big. They won the round, but having lost almost everybody, they have no money. So yeah, it's fine because they get a full buy again, Copenhagen Flames. They have plenty of money in the bank, so no worries on their side. All of those kills on Big at the end are going to make this round so difficult for Big to win decisively. Nades outside in yard already. Searson hoping to find a gap, and he's right in the open. Nikodo's just not missing a beat. Copenhagen Flames are just mauling Big.
They really are. There's 3 people out here ready and waiting. One of them with the other 2 with the M4s. You could see Big are just trying to throw more people at it, which as a strategy generally doesn't work out that well. You run out pretty quick. There's only 5 people on the team,
That's
Can't
amazing.
just keep going.
That is amazing that they do not miss their shots right now. And I mean, it's Roy, it's Hooksy, it's Nikodos. Like, it feels like just everybody's stepping up on the side of Copenhagen Flames.
Yeah.
Whereas for Big, well, Gade is on the board with 4 now at least.
Yeah, I mean, They're trying to find their way back, but this, again, I don't know why. I feel like most of the audience probably do not remember the type of nuke that has these halves all the time.
Exactly, yeah.
But, so...
I know, I'm mentioning Existence, and it's like, yeah, Existence hasn't played in a while.
He's out. Yeah, but, I mean, this is a devastating first half. There's no other way around it. 11-2 in favor of Copenhagen Flames. They're doing everything right at the moment. It's hard to deal with. And we've got pistols in the 14th round. Man. What a shocking turn of events. I was really not expecting this.
Not at all. Not at all. And it's looking like it's just going to get worse here unless Big can come up with some real explosive kind of stuff. Smoke walls going outside again. So once again, trying to deny the information. Roy, though, getting clever, going to push through, and he's not going to find... He's going to find the one player, and that is it. And now that sets it up for Xiphon. Is Xiphon not even going to find a kill?
No, how did he die that quickly? I mean, yeah, I guess they both hit him with the headshot. Man, that did so much damage. All right. Well, Roy's quickly here in the control room. He's going to be getting at least a kill. Very low there is Searson. He still actually wins the fight. A little bit unusual. But Searson is so low on health. I don't know. Kido, oh, he's on his own. I actually think they were like back to back. I think he could have turned around and just found him, but I don't think he even realized. That was a little bit interesting.
Chaotic, very chaotic. But again, pistols, right? You just turn up the speed and you hope that it breaks your way. And unfortunately for Big, this time it did not. So that's just, you know, it's kind of counting on Lady Luck to help you out a little bit, right?
Oh no.
And good night.
He heard that jump, and all he has to do is stand still. So Roy with another good round. He is 21-6. This is actually such a ridiculous scoreline to pull out. It's in the first half still.
Yeah.
This would be an insane scoreline to have at the end of a whole map. We're halfway through. I really can't believe it.
Yeah, this is getting crazy, Anders.
Obviously, I mean, Roy is, I think, for a long time been an interesting player since that original Mad Lions setup. They had Shush and Acor and all the rest of them. So it's not like we've never seen Roy play well before, but there's no guarantee that he would play well outside of that lineup. And here we go.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing, is that you wouldn't be counting on Roy to be doing the heavy hitting like this. You know, I mean, back then it was Bubsky who was the star, and yet Bubsky's the only one from that lineup not here. Well, not actively competing just yet.
True.
Maybe they change their minds going into that best of 3 tomorrow. They are allowed to have one substitute in the tournament. So maybe Astralis throw the Hail Mary and say, okay, Glaive, we need you to sit. Bubsky, you're back in.
Xiphon it, standing up to get the kill on Searson. Oh, they line up, and that's a team kill. That's not really Gade's fault. He just has no option at that point in time, but it is unfortunate. 2 versus 3. Tizian trying to see if he could walk in to get another kill. He's got the right idea for the headshot, and he'll take down Jabby, but fumbling around with the gun just a bit there, switching around that he's making the cross, will get him killed. Gade, what do you do here? 50 seconds, 1 versus 2. You need to try and isolate a fight maybe before you go for the bomb plant. It's tricky. He's going to go straight for it, but they have nades as well. Landing run right on top of him, putting him down to 27 health, and he's going to be found. It is 13-2 at the end of the half in favor of Copenhagen Flames. What an absolutely godlike performance from them.
Anders, I can't remember the last time we casted such a brutal half.
I know.
Of CS.
This is rare.
It's very rare to have a team just utterly dominate another one like this. 13-2. These days, with all the safety nets built in,
it feels fitting. This is the throwback major after all.
Yeah. So we're, you know, 13-2 half on, you know, 13-2 CT half on Nuke. Okay, then I'll take it. Rolling back the years. But now, I mean, let's see. Copenhagen Flames, it is, I mean, perfectly within their ability to just pull ahead here. If they win this pistol round, Big are going to be very hard pressed. So what do Copenhagen Flames have prepared for us here on Nuke T-side pistol? Single set of nades from Hoaxy. It looks like it's not even a smoke, a molly, and an HE.
Interesting. Going to be blowing up the door, I'm assuming. Yep, so just faking that it's going to be some sort of an A hit, but they're ready. Oh, they have a nade here towards the bend. It's such a choke point, and they're getting slaughtered. Gade with a big double, followed up there with a kill on Jabby. He is doing everything at the moment. Hoaxy will go down. That was... I mean, they must have been studying Copenhagen Flames. That is such a read. You've got 3 people there, 1 with an HE in hand. That is the sign of homework, isn't it?
Yeah, that's just like, okay, if they come ramp, they're dead. If you spot them ramp, Just say so, and the HE will shred them all.
And I mean, you have to hold that position while your teammate in A is saying, oh, they blow up the door and Molotov mini. So that's kind of a sign that, oh, they could actually definitely be coming. They could be blowing out of Squeak at that moment, right? But you're just like, nah, we've watched demos. We know what they're doing.
We believe we know. Well, 13-3.
Good call.
And that is a tactical timeout getting called by Big. So tabseN taking a moment here to try and get the teammates to calm down a little bit and say, hey, guys, keep it together. We're going to get it done.
Kind of an interesting time to take a tactical timeout, isn't it? Well, you're probably right. That it probably is like a deep breath,
yeah,
you know?
just breathe, guys. I mean, it's a game of CS. The beauty is that this is a match of CS, and you're on CT side nuke. You can absolutely get the lockdown going. It's possible. It's harder to do now than it was once upon a time,
yeah,
but it is still possible. And you've got the firepower to do it. That's the thing. You have got the firepower to go toe-to-toe with Roy and Hooksy.
I mean, sysN out in the yard, you saw a little bit of it in the first half with the AWP. Not that he had it a lot, but yeah, sysN could be a real hard player to get rid of. And I mean, we'll see if that's going to be a factor in the second half. They're going to have to get to the AWP first. It's a scout that he's currently playing with. No buy, really, for Copenhagen Flames either. Some nades on Hooksy. Wondering what that is about. Are they just going to try and see if they can get a bomb plant somewhere?
Questions abound. I mean, I would hope so. I mean, some kind of gimmick, some kind of anything that you can kind of get in here and hope that you can get a bomb planted. Yeah. Bonus 800 again. We're talking about it.
So he's going to set up, what, a single smoke. And does that just block off? Oh, it actually does fall down. All right. That's creative.
Body blocked, but also pushed. Big know that nothing is behind this.
Yeah. Trying to get through in towards the ramp. Kido just duck and cover every single time he sees someone. And they get absolutely shut down. No kills and no bomb plants this round for Copenhagen Flames. So big with the fourth round. It is a long, long way back into this game. This is one of those weird games where you want to believe that Big could do it, but realistically, all it takes is one stumble and they're going to be in trouble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've just given themselves so little room for error, but they are capable. I mean, German style of CS, you know, mechanical, known for its precision. It is possible round after round to walk this back.
Let's see.
Ooh, okay, again, aggression here from tabseN, straight down, just trying to counter if there was going to be any kind of vent drop aggression coming in from Copenhagen Flames. Very cool.
Close.
But no cigar.
Well, this time Hooksy's going to make his way across. Galil in his hand. And he's got pretty deep in here. He's going to be up against the MP9 on the other side, so hard to say who that's going to be favoring. Everyone has head armor, so that should not be a factor. But, yeah, he's got deep in here. If he can create some space, especially if he could find a kill, that will destabilize that defense a lot. Someone from the ramp, maybe, will have to fall back, and that leaves everything open. So, yeah, I understand why they want to spend this time. Everyone else is waiting in the lobby, and Hooksy's just kind of reporting in. Oh, wait, is he going to join them? This could be really interesting. If you can fly up out of the vent there, that's going to create a lot of distraction for tiziaN. He's already shot down Roy, and he's got the right move here, but he goes down to Siphon and Gade now. He needs some backup behind this A-bomb site. Good flashbang from a teammate. Gade doing everything. Good triple here. There was one grenade, I think, that set up that initial peak, and that was everything that he needed. Now they've been slowed down, 30 seconds on the clock, and it's a 2-on-4, and they're walking into the crossfire here. What a round from Gade.
Yep, and again, I'm glad to see it here from Gade. We saw some strong rounds from him on the CT side earlier today. So if he's just feeling it on CT side nuke more so than T side nuke, maybe he just gets the short end of the stick on T side, and we need to watch the CT side here to see him really shine.
He was 0-0-8 before he got a kill, and now he's 11-15. So like fair play to him. He coming back to that. If that's very hard to do, right?
And also anchoring that A site like that, not an easy position to play with either. You're constantly on the move. You're constantly hoping to not be looking the wrong way at the wrong time. And Gade this time gets it done.
We talk a lot about the sort of psychological pressure of being at the major and everything else. If you're an individual and you have a performance like that at the beginning, some players will actually never come back from that. Not inside of the same map. Sometimes people will come back in a best of 3 on a second or a third map. But to turn it around between halves to sort of say, all right, you know what, that was really bad, but let's try and bring it back is actually very difficult. So a lot of respect for Gade to be able to turn it around. Oh. Low on health was Searson, so he gets boosted up in the ramp. That's a good little move. You can't use that all the time, but why not?
Yeah. Put him in a position to just smash them as they come through. And he's got the MP9 as well, so he can farm up and earn that AWP. You know, it doesn't need to get donated by a teammate. He can make the money. He can earn it.
Yeah. It feels better that way, doesn't it? You know?
He'll really appreciate that AWP.
More of an emotional attachment to that AWP if you get it like that.
Oh, dude. I mean, again, it's going to be ramp. And, I mean, Searson's going to get a real chance to make some money here.
Yeah, at least should be the 1 or 2 kills as they come through. Kido playing a good angle, unless Kido just gets all of them. Kind of lining up for it a bit there. Oh, Tabson joining in. That one MP9, surely. Yeah, there we go. Some money in Searson's pockets. He's going to have plenty now. 10,000, almost 11,000 on him. 13-6. Slow steps back in the right direction here for Big.
Okay, here we go now. This is going to be the round, because we've just seen a lot of ramp play from Copenhagen Flames, and I think that's intentional because they just don't want to show anything until they need to. And so, you know, on these low percentage rounds, I think they're like, okay, go ramp, whatever. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, we're not really giving any of our game away. But now we have the full buy, we have the full nades, and we can see a different strategy coming in here from Copenhagen Flames. And this, I'm sure, is going to be something that they've been keeping on the back burner. Because Big... I mean, the element of surprise is a real thing, and Major, I mean, you know, it's always the meme, like, oh, I was saving strats for the Major. It's like, yes, if there is a tournament that you're going to be saving something for, it is this tournament.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt about it. And I mean, it is a meme, but at the same time, as we know now...
We know that teams have done it in the past.
Yeah, and reality imitates memes, so you've got to... It's true.
Life imitates art.
Yeah, but the modern version is different, so I'm not pointing it. I'm saying it.
I approve, Anders. I approve. I for one, do accept memes as art.
That is definitely just undeniable. Here we go, 20th round. And Copenhagen Flames have quieted down just a bit as Big are starting to wake up. Tabson getting the kill on Jabby right there. Good evidence to that. Roy thinking about the jump down. He had the right idea, but Tabson is ready to eat all of them. A great triple for him, and that's pretty much securing the round here. Even Kido out looking for the Kodos. It's going to be a flawless round coming out of Big, 13-7. And Copenhagen Flames, remember, they took a tactical timeout to get into that round, and it just they get nothing for it.
They get smashed, and that's why you don't give your CT enemies an AK. Because that one-shot headshot capability, all of a sudden you're dropping down from main. Maybe if he needs 2 bullets to kill you, you manage to trade Tabson. But he gets 2 headshots and drops you like a sack of potatoes.
This is, honestly... This is now totally winnable for Big.
Yes.
It's so scary, isn't it?
This is the mad thing. And yeah, you see the shadows on the wall. That's what's giving him it away. He knows what's coming. And I mean, that's why you play that position from main. You get that early warning system if the terrorists are trying to wrap around on you that way. But this is looking like a technical timeout. Not a tactical. So I'm curious what's going on here with the players.
Feels like it. It's so scary. 6-round difference. It's still some road back, but it's just that we haven't really seen Copenhagen Flames do anything near as cool as they were doing in the first half. So the second half just feels like it's kind of running out of steam a little bit. Oh man, if Big make a comeback, that would be, I mean, be a very, very cool story, right? Because again, modern day nuke, that's not something we've really seen, I would say. I don't think I've casted a nuke game since the changes where you have this kind of one-sidedness and then a comeback. It just doesn't really happen, I feel like.
It's one for the history books if it happens. If that's what goes down, this is going to be insane. It's going to be one of the biggest, best of ones. But it's looking like the countdown has begun again, and so we'll be able to get into the thick of things. Should be a round of eco coming up here from Copenhagen Flames. I don't think they have quite enough money to go for the buy. They would be really limited on the nades if they did. And so yeah, we'll have, you know, some Kevlar, a couple of nades, a couple of rifles. A couple of force buys. This is a weird round. This is a really weird round. What is going on here?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the big economy is even under a lot of pressure, so I think it would be lying to say that they can put pressure on it with a round like this, but I guess absolute lowest bar for success in this round if you're Copenhagen Flames is getting 3 kills. At least then you've put some pressure on the CT economy. Obviously, if you win the round, that's just amazing, but...
But you've spent so much money in the meantime.
Yeah.
Your economy is going to be really weird now. Okay, I mean, we'll see how this pans out for Copenhagen Flames. I really feel like they need to win this round now. If they don't win this round, it's going to be very weird in the next one. So let's see. Tishin is now traded places with Tabson. We'll have the smoke wall going out, and Tabson, yep, catches him easy, and that's the AK dead. Hooksy gets 0 value for that AK.
And remember, the rest of them wanted to go outside as well, so they just lost their point control out here. That's really unfortunate. They're going to be slowed down behind that. Under 50 seconds. They're making their way across. No one spotted them yet, so at least they're getting this far on the map, but I don't really think Big care. Eventually, and I mean eventually as in really, really soon, Copenhagen Flames will have to speed it up, and this walking towards the bomb site stuff is not going to be working any longer. They're getting close now. Under 30 seconds. Tabson, nice headshots. Oh my god! What absolute precision coming out. That is stunning. Quad kill for Tabson. Living up to his name.
Tabson ain't nothing to mess with, man. That is sick. That was clean. I love it. I mean, Tabson is one of those in-game leaders. He once was a hard carry star for the German scene, and then the scene demanded an in-game leader. They needed one to step up and fill that role, and Tabson was the guy who said, fine, I will do it. But he still shows us glimmers every now and again of, you know, what he's capable of. Sure, he can take all the responsibility and make all the calls, set the strategy for the team, but he can still click heads. That's so sick.
Yeah, regional whack-a-mole champion.
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly what it is. What a boss. That was sick. All right, now, I mean, that was a round that really, needed to come together for Copenhagen Flames, or at least they needed to inflict some serious damage, because again, now look, they're back into like a weird eco situation.
Oh, it's all weird from here on out. I mean, they had everything planned out for that first half, and they just forgot to study up for the rest of it, because there's a whole second half to be played right now. And Big seems so ready at the moment.
It's where you get complacent. You just get so complacent thinking, man, 13-2, we've smashed them. This is it. We got it in the bag, boys. And then you start getting complacent. You start letting your guard down. And then a team like Big is going to punish you.
And actually, I mean, that is a throwback to a talking point that used to be way more popular, but we don't really see those one-sided matches so much anymore. So, back in the day, everyone had to make that mistake. All up-and-coming teams had to have one of these games where they were up, again, like you said, 13-2, and then they're like, yeah, it's done. Victory is here. And then that mindset is actually what kills it for you. I just feel like in the modern day, it's so much more rare that we don't get to see it to the same extent. So maybe Copenhagen Flames are going to be a victim of that. Oh, this is actually wild. 13-9. Another timeout being called here for Copenhagen Flames. What have they got? What is the plan? The problem is, some of the stuff that you would want to play, you can't because of the money on Big, right? So some of those A-rushes that can be really good, they're not that good if there are 5 Molotovs on the other side. It's just not going to be the same. I would like to see them try and maybe go really far outside and actually go for hell, but wrap around through CT spawn and just try and bring that fight to Sis. And I know he's a dangerous player right now, but just try and do it anyway and see if you could put enough pressure on him to get away from him. Actually, he's in mini right now. This could get real interesting.
Oh, he's made his way through the smoke as well. This is going to be brutal.
He's walking up. He's going to execute Jabby, isn't he? Oh, almost outside of the scope, but it doesn't matter. And he's straight down here. Actually, just running out. That's also dangerous. Citizen just does not care, does he? He's not interested in anything.
He's trying to stay that step ahead. If he doesn't stop moving, he can be a step ahead and he can get into a different position. Because, look, he got that kill so early in the round. It means he can just reposition, and now he's anywhere on the map.
Yeah, but he actually rotated so far out that there's no way that he could know that. It's a cool idea to try and get to ramp, but he might have just taken it a step too far. Now the bomb is going to be planted, and yeah, this is a classic setup on Nuke. You've got everyone from the T side down except for one person who's playing the lobby still, and he could shoot people in the back if they're trying to come down. He could be the late lurker into the bomb site if they're trying to defuse. It's a really powerful setup here on the T side, even if they are a man down. A little bit of a flash nade to slow them down, maybe. Oh, and Siphon actually trying to peek behind it, but He's not going to be able to. Smoke on the one side. Hooksy now coming down the vent. Roy trying to go for the spray. It is a double kill. Tizian shooting him in the back, and they're going to be straight on the bomb. They smoke it off immediately. This could work out. Gade with a follow-up, and now it's nikodos, and that bomb has already been defused big. They don't care about getting the kills. They're just going to get rid of that bomb. It is 13-10, and they're big. I mean, they're not giving up. Then they want back in the game.
They are back in the game now, Anders. Yeah, this is crazy. It's so hard to argue with that as well. It's just the fact that they are able to just power their way through. So everything that felt like Copenhagen Flames had going for them in the first half, now it feels like Big are the ones who are in just full control.
Yeah.
These really snap decisions where this just has to be so quick. You are not allowed to have an instant's hesitation. Here's Searson. That is crazy that he gets that kill, considering the angle. His opponent should have seen him first. So Searson should be dead there. If he scoped up, he should just be dead.
And he almost he was peeking away from it.
Yeah.
The money on Big, even losing a couple of players in that round, it's out of control. I think Kido started this round with 16,000. I think so did Searson. So they have so much money to work through here. Copenhagen Flames, nothing is going to come easy in this map anymore. 13-10 the scoreline, and Big are walking it back one step at a time.
I think they're realizing it too. Copenhagen is starting to weigh on them.
Oh, the mental pressure right now, if you're on the T side, it is excruciating. That'll get you a little bit lighted up. Searson, though, he's pushed on his own, and he's going to go down. Where did the bullet go? It must have caught just the edge of the door, because Siphon did get hit, and he's taken up this position. He sees it coming. That is a brilliant move. And it's a 5-on-2 that this is their chance. If they throw away this round somehow, Copenhagen Flames, I think it is done.
Yes.
That it would be too devastating.
Oh, dude. That smoke being up makes no possibility there for Copenhagen Flames to get the refrag. Tizian.
He heard them running.
Yeah, he's got some info to play with here. His teammate is rotated down to the lower side, although Gade is going to rotate back upwards now. This is out of control, Anders. They're going to crunch onto the upper site, and this is where both players are for Big.
Yes, it is. And they just smoked off that position, pretending that Searson is on the other side of it, but he's actually in lobby. Gade, if this is doable, they can win this round. Oh, Big. 2 versus 4. Smoke to set it up, but they know what's coming. Gade knows what's happening behind him. He knows what that smoke means. Going to be getting the easy kill there. Jabby will take him down, and Tizian now. 35 seconds. Oh, and nikodos just sees his leg right at the edge of the smoke. I appreciate that from Tizian. He wanted to position himself to walk right through, but they went around and checked it. 14-10, Copenhagen Flames finally doing something in the second half. It's been a long while.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's a world where they get that, where Big are able to pull off that hold.
No doubt, yeah.
But that is so crazy. And Jabby Redemption takes Gade out there. If he does not take Gade out there, that is such a terrible situation for Copenhagen Flames.
Well, then Tizian is getting through the smoke. No problem, because then they actually have to run to try and get Gade away. So 14-10. Man, Searson, door blown open, instantly
so
dropping nikodos. That's a good kill.
He's so fast.
Yeah, he really is.
That's crazy. Just instant reaction, instant death for nikodos. There's so little that nikodos can do there. And so now, well, man advantage for Big on the holds. They're still in this Big. They've given up 1 round, but that's fine. I mean, as long as the Copenhagen Flames aren't on 16 rounds, Big are good to go.
I mean, if it goes back to the same pattern, then Big will get to 16 before Copenhagen Flames. Yeah. So if they can go on a similar run right now, it's all fine. Under a minute. Roy hoping to get someone here. They get to sneak in. This is so cool. Normally, this is a hard part of the map to occupy on the T side. You don't normally just get this for free, but one good flashbang, and Tizian has got nothing to do in this position. Creeping through his Roy. He's trying to check everything. Oh, turning around for it, and Tizian goes down. Back at the site, Gade, he's been playing so well, but Roy will take them both down. And that should set them up really nicely. Unlike the B-bomb side, retaking that A-bomb side can be tremendously difficult when you're on the CT side. How did they actually do this? Hooksy's all the way back here. They've been Molotov'd out. There is even another Molotov on Siphon, so they can sort of burn the heaven here. They could just do that again.
Yep. And with only 25 seconds left on that bomb, you do not have a whole lot of time to work with here.
I don't think they can't.
Down a man, yeah, post-plant, I think it's big backing off and playing for overtime.
It's not even the money that's really the problem, right? They have plenty of cash, so in that sense they could try and go for it, but there's just no easy avenue. They needed a quick kill. They needed someone to make it a 3-on-3. Kido's going to be jumping down. He finds Jabby, goes straight for the defuse, but Roy is close by. I love that play from Kido. Again, creative, trying to push everything to the limit here at the Major, but it's going to be 15-10. Copenhagen Flames now just a round away.
Your only hope at that point, right? Your only hope is that you get the ninja. That would have been it. Let's see this shot again, though. Just instant death from Searson. He's so fast.
This double entry from Roy, though, is massive.
Yeah, the moment's hesitation. Moment's hesitation on the CT side.
And you could tell that Tizian hears the flash coming, so he has to turn around. But because they're so deep in the bomb site, he doesn't realize that he's basically turning his back on Roy, which is, again, that position is so wild. 15-10. Big. They need 5 in a row. And from what we've seen so far, that is absolutely doable. What a nade. They're going to go quick this time. They're going to try and see if they can speed it up. Here's the flash to set it up. They're going to go right for him. Jabby. Shot in the back. Tizian. What a spray down with Gade to help out. And that attempt at ending the map here has been completely folded. Big, we're ready.
Yeah, that crossfire held. That's how that crossfire is supposed to work. Both of those players on the A side just setting it up so that they watch each other's backs, and it does not spin out of control. But I think Big also is just sensing, I mean, you're going to have to wake up early in the morning to catch Tabson off guard. That guy's so long in the tooth. He has so much experience. Probably just reading that Copenhagen Flames would try and end it quickly rather than slow play it and work for the win. 53 seconds left. Nikodos is backing off. If he saves, he can drop an AK next round.
Yeah, it's not a bad bet.
Like that's going to be the play here, and Hooksy's kind of hanging around.
Yeah, there's no avenue back into this particular round, so probably just try and play the odds. And see if you could get some more firepower in the next round. It's so hard because you have to come up with something, right? You've got four rounds now to pull anything out that you have. And, I mean, I've already seen fighting Searson has been painful for them. They're not enjoying that at all. What else is left? Where could they go if they don't want to go outside or even through Squeak? It's kind of both places, right? Where do they go at that point in time? Ramp rushes are really hard to put together too.
I mean, they are, but it's been a long time since you've done one.
Yeah.
That was at the beginning of the half when things were just not panning out for you. If you were to go back there now, I wonder if that would be successful. Searson has an AWP though, so you're not going to be able to get through quick. I mean, everybody else as well. They're really well geared.
Yeah, he's not been playing with the op so much in ramp, so maybe there is an avenue to break through there unless you're unlucky, and he's just there right off the bat. Vent drops, maybe if you said they had that smoke that they set up. You've seen Hooksy through it a couple of times, right? So they have that smoke that creates the gap right around the vent. It's possible that they could try and do something with that.
Old way of warming up your aim.
Yeah.
Just check, outlining things. We used to watch Shoxy do this a lot. Just tracing outlines.
Yeah. It's actually beautiful.
It is. It's actually kind of mesmerizing. It's hard to look away.
I need more people doing this. I might start. This is very sexy. Enjoy that. 15-11. 27th round. Copenhagen Flames holds it right at the finish line. They've basically got one foot on top of it, but they have to cross it all the way, or it's not going to count. If it goes into overtime, the mental collapse for Copenhagen Flames, it would be impressive if they didn't just have a meltdown at that point, because that is just so hard to deal with. It's so hard to deal with the fact that you basically won the map already, and now it's back dead even. Roy's made his way deep in there. That is, getting there so early, you could do so much with it. See if he can lurk in a kill. If he can, that'll open everything up. Again, they just need one trick. One little thing is enough. Searson is back at the ramp now, and he's going to be pushing up scoped, and he's hit every single shot, it feels like. He's going to do it again, taking down Cyphron, so no issue there. Individually, he has certainly stepped up here in the second half. He's really comfortable on that CT side with the AWP. He has been hitting shots, and now Searson, once again, just you're not going to catch him unawares. He's too fast. Yeah, he's quick and he's reading the game really well. They're going to try and get up to heaven with Roy. If he can walk in and shoot them in the back and get a double kill, of course that's a way to get back in the game. It's definitely not easy to do. And actually, oh wait, this actually might be doable. They're right down there. This is the opening that they need. It gets one over. Gade with a spin. That is everything. That should still make it a very winnable round here for Big. He just had the opportunity. The bomb is planted at the very least, but man, how do you hold on to this one? Mikoto's on that AWP. Good flick to take down Kido, but he's dropped very low. And Jabby, I mean, he's not that much health himself. 2 versus 2 at the very least, but Smoke is up. He's walking out. He's right up there. Searson goes down. Oh, and that's it. 16 to 11. They find a way through in spite of a little bit of a mess up. It's going to be Copenhagen Flames to take it away and bring down Big. That is impressive.
They managed to do it, Anders. They got it done in the end.
I just can't even believe it. I actually did not think they were going to be able to do that. It just